My name is Jaime, and I've been in this community of Washington County since 1965. I was given the opportunity to do was to work with the Hispanics in both Marion County and Washington County, because I was a seminarian studying at Mount Angel at the Valley Migrant League, and that's how it started my development in trying to be a helpful servant to the Hispanic community. I like the term that you use of servant leader because it's not a matter of you wanting to become a leader. It's mostly a matter of you wanting to be a servant to the community, that eventually the community accepts you and gives you the leadership role. If ever comes a time in which the community doesn't accept you as a leader, you are not a leader. There were other leaders that were very influential into shaping the community, the Hispanic community. Case in point, and mostly the most clear example of leadership, servant leadership, was Cesar Chavez. And seeing and having contact with people like Cesar Chavez and other leaders gave me that impulse, to be also a servant leader to the community. So, brought up here by Hispanic community members that went down to Mexico and said, Jose, can you please come and be our leader, because we need someone to help us maintain what we have been working so hard for, and it's ready to go to crumbles. So they told me about how they had founded Centro Cultural, and it had been in existence since 1972, and this was 1977, and they said we need somebody to take the leadership role in our community to make sure that Centro Cultural subsists and survives. I accepted the challenge. I came over, and I was hoping to live up to their expectations and to restructure Centro Cultural, to work hard for new programs, to have new staff. And it was at that time that after 2 years, before I went back to Mexico, we were able to not only solidify Centro Cultural's mission and programs, but we were also able to get the money to start to tear the old building, La Casita de Dos Pisos, which was a very old building, and to build a new community center. Renewing myself into something different perhaps, or maybe solidifying what I wanted to do in Mexico. And it was at that time that I decided that I should come back here and leave the priesthood and get married and work for the Hispanic community. And fortunately, they had seen me as a servant leader to them, that I was not abusing my leadership role for my own benefit, but on the contrary. And in my new role as a married man and with children, I never knew who did not accept me as that, because everybody that I met with and that I dealt with, they were always very accepting. And it was the majority of the Hispanic community. Those that didn't, I didn't know who they were. So in 1986, I settled here with my family, and I've been working. I was working for Centro Cultural. The type of leader that I was when I was working for Centro Cultural, and when I was a priest, and when I was accepted by the community, as the leader, and I was living up to their expectations. It was different. I think I lost that leadership role in the community when I decided to work for a better pay. And I think that's what happens to most of the people that could be excellent leaders, but then we get co-opted by our own employers just because we want to get a better salary. And then instead of continuing our life of commitment, a life of being servants to the community, we just become servants to our tasks at work. Good leader, you have to be a good listener to the community. And to be a good listener, you have to be patient, you have to be wise, you have to be selective. It's the community really accepting the leader and say, okay, we need someone to represent us. We trust you to be a good representative of us. So we are entrusting you with these tasks. And then you have to perform. Excellent leader who really listen to the community. And the best example for me and for the Hispanic community has always been Cesar Chavez. And Dolores Huerta and other leaders with him really accepted the challenge to say, okay, we're going to be your leaders because you want us to be your leaders. And we want the best for you, the community. When there's that combination, there is so much power, there is so much strength that basically the sky is the limit.